In this video, we'll be going over Part B of the Google Sheets activity called Spreadsheets and Graphs. We're going to be doing sorting and filtering in this part. So go to Sheet 2, which is down here at the bottom, and this data shows the TV ratings for NBC and CBS shows in the 2016-2017 season. The shows in each list are scripted shows, followed by non-scripted shows. So that is talk shows versus reality shows. Those are non-scripted shows. We're going to rename Sheet 2 to be TV ratings, so double click and change this to TV ratings. And we have a partially complete spreadsheet here. We're going to format this spreadsheet, so we're going to use merge and centering, fonts, type, color, size, fill, bold, etc. An example of what you maybe want it to look like is down here, but once again, you can choose your own colors. So the first thing we're going to do is to merge and center this TV ratings from cell A1 to cell E1. So merge, and when you can't see all of the icons, remember you can press these three buttons, center, and we're going to bold it, and we're going to change the color of the cell to maybe this color. Then for NBS, we're going to merge and center cells A3 and B3. So there's the merge and center, and we're going to bold it, and we're going to change the color. This one looks like a darker blue, but you can choose whatever color you want, and looks like they're changing the font color to white. Here, merge and center cells D3 and E3. So merge and center, bold, make the fill color blue or whatever color you want, and text color white. And the last thing they've done is column B and column E have been centered. So you can click on column B, press the control button, then click on column E and center that. Now the next thing you may notice is that some of the names you cannot see the full title. So we have to widen the columns to show the full show names. So to automatically widen column A, you're going to move your mouse over the line at the top that separates columns A and B. So over here, the line that separates columns A and B, you want to go over so that your mouse looks like two arrows pointing left and right. And what you can do is you can either click on it and drag it to where you want it to be, or if you want it to size automatically, you can just double click it and it will size it according to whatever is longest in that column. Same over here with D. We're going to make that bigger. Now I'm going to show you how to sort things. So we're going to sort in descending order of ratings. So the top ratings at the beginning all the way down to the lowest ratings at the end. So we're going to highlight cells A5 to B22. So A5 to B22. So don't highlight all of column B, don't highlight the title, just highlight the data. And you can go up to data and sort range, or you can just right click and select sort range, and you're going to come up with this menu. What we're going to be doing is we're going to sort by column B because that's the ratings. So because we've already highlighted it, it's already going to choose column B. And A to B would be lowest to highest for numbers. So alphabetical would be A to B, but if it's numbers, it's lowest to highest. We want highest to lowest, so we want to change it to Z to A. So that Z to A is descending order. And we're going to click sort. And it's going to sort all of these in descending order, and it's going to change the titles along with it. We're going to repeat it for the CBS ratings. So we're going to highlight this and right click, sort range, make sure it says column E, and we're going to go highest to lowest, so Z to A, and sort. Now sometimes you will have values that tie. So for instance, these two numbers here are a tie. So if there is a tie in the ratings, so for instance in CBS, Superior Donuts and The Big Bang Theory are tied. If there is a tie, then these are put into alphabetical order or numerical order ascending if they're numbers. If for some reason you did not want them to be put into alphabetical order, or you wanted to change that, then what you would do is highlight all of the data. So that's all the data you're highlighting, D5 to E35. Then you're going to right click and select sort range and change sort by to column E, and we're going to change that to Z to A. So that's what we originally had. Now if we don't want the TV shows in column D to be alphabetical order, you're going to click add another sort column and change then by to column D. So then by, well, it's already column D. So column D would originally be sorted in alphabetical order, but if for some reason you wanted to change it, then you would select Z to A, and now it's going to be in reversed alphabetical order. So when you sort, now you can see here it's not in alphabetical order anymore. Now there could be some reasons why you would want to do what we call multi-leveling of sorting. It may not be alphabetical, it could be different ratings. So ratings for the year, what was it, 2016 to 2017, and then maybe the previous year, 2015 to 2016. So you want to first sort it according to the ratings in 2016 and 2017, and then you want to sort it to ratings in 2015, 2016. So that's what that's saying. Now for filtering, this is how you filter. We're going to filter the NBC data so that it only shows TV shows that start with the letter C. So filtering, when using the filtering feature, it shows the data that you want under certain conditions and it hides the rest. So when you filter something, you are being left with what you want to see and getting rid of anything you don't want to see. To the right are all the different conditions that you can use when filtering. So you can read these over. The ones we're mostly going to use are things like greater than, less than, equal to, in between, things like that for numbers. But if it's text, you can filter things that start with a letter or end with a letter or contains a word or something like that. So what we're going to first do is we're going to filter the TV shows that start with the letter C. So you're going to highlight the cells A4 to B4, and we're going to click on the filter icon, not the arrow but the icon. So the filter icon is up here, but since I'm on split screen I can't see it, so I got to click more. you're going to click here. Don't click the arrow, click the filter. Kind of looks like a funnel. When that happens, you're going to get these symbols here, and it's indicating that we can now filter these rows. So those are the filter arrows. You're going to click on the filter icon at the top of the TV column show. So that's the filter arrow. Click on the filter arrow at the top of the TV show column, which is here. We're going to click the right arrow symbol in front of filter by condition. Where it says none, you're going to change it to text starts with. And in the value or formula box, you're going to type in C. Then you're going to click OK. Now what you have is all of the TV shows that start with the letter C. Now something you have to be careful of with filtering is if you have filtered the spreadsheet to only show the TV shows that start with the letter C, the rows that are removed from the NBC section will also be removed for the CBS section. So you sometimes end up eliminating some of the rows from the CBS section because those rows got eliminated. So you can see here the rows go 1, 2, 3, 4. So row 5 was eliminated. Row 9 was eliminated. 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 22. All of those were eliminated. And any of the CBS shows that were in those rows also get eliminated. So you do have to be careful when using the filtering that it's not only going to filter the rows out of NBC, but it's also going to filter the rows out of here. Now to remove a filter, there's a couple things you can do. You can click the undo button, or you can go back to filter by condition here and change this back to none. Or you can highlight all of these cells again and then click on that filter icon again to turn it off. So those are 3 ways to remove a filter. Now what we're going to do is filter the CBS data so that it only shows TV shows with a rating between 1 and 2. This is the type of filtering we're more likely to be doing, but there are some times we're going to be filtering by condition with words and letters. So we're going to go to the CBS data and we're going to highlight D4 to E4. Oh, and I just realized, sorry, up here it said to just highlight A4 to B4. I ended up highlighting the whole thing. It's okay. I should have only been highlighting A4 to B4, but highlighting the whole thing is okay. So here, highlight cells D4 to E4. So that's at the top of the row. Click on the filter icon, because once you click on the filter icon, it's going to highlight everything anyway. So it really doesn't matter if you just highlight the top 2 or if you highlight the whole data. Then we're going to click on the filter arrow at the top of the ratings column. And we're going to filter by condition. And where it says none, we're going to change it to in between. In between. And in the value or formula boxes, we're going to type in everything from 1 to 2. And then you're going to click OK. And now it's only going to show TV shows that have a rating for CBS between 1 and 2. So you can see here row 5 disappeared, and what else disappeared? All the rows between 27 and 36 disappeared. So anything in NBC with those rows would have also disappeared. So that's the basics on filtering and sorting, and that concludes part B. Part C, we're going to be getting into more advanced filtering.